What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Season 2 of Lost. If you watched my review for the first season of Lost, you know that I adored that season. I thought it was pretty much perfect. It rarely had a misstep. I even gave it an A+, so, no pressure or anything. I mean, it's just a show. I mean, why would there be any pressure? It's not like I have any expectations. It's just a show, It's just like my favorite show of all time. It's not like it's... I was optimistic going into the second season of Lost because on Rotten Tomatoes it actually is rated higher than the first season, and when I saw that I was like, wow, I don't know, that first season was like really, really good. I don't know if this is gonna top it. Lost Season 2, I'm not gonna tell you anything about the story, okay? Because Lost is one of those shows where if you talk about the story, you're just gonna end up spoiling something or giving away some kind of information that is best left just in the air until the person actually watches the show. So I'm not gonna say anything about the story, but what I will say is that I do believe that Lost Season 2 is better than the first season. The stakes are raised in Season 2. The characters are given much more depth and development in Season 2. The budget is clearly bigger. The production design, and you can tell they just have better equipment. Just everything is better. The performances are still amazing. Like, these are like Oscar-worthy film performances in a television show. Which also brings me back to another point that I made about the first season. This show continues to be extremely well made for a television show. Like I said about the first season, each episode feels like a movie. It feels like a cinematic experience. Now, there are a lot more twists and turns in Season 2 of Lost, and I gotta say, the finale of this season, probably, just top 5 season finales of all time. By the last couple episodes of this season, I was so on edge. I was just like, where's this gonna go? Because, again, without telling anything about the story, they set up this mystery around a thing that has to periodically be given attention. I'm really trying to tread lightly around this, and it is so just enthralling and compelling. Like, you're constantly like, what is the truth behind this? You do get some answers, some things are left ambiguous for Season 3, but the last episode of this season is, like, just everything. Everything is at risk right now. Anyone could die at this moment, anything could happen, the world could blow up right now. Like, that finale is just epic, but this season was much more a study of its characters. Not a character study of one singular character, but just everyone on the island. Similar to how the first season was, but the episodes in the first season were also shorter. It was also a shorter season, so it was much tighter and much more compact. This season is telling a much grander story. It's a much bigger arc from episode 1 to the finale. Now, for me, it worked perfectly. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. The tension has not been lost. The performances are still amazing. Everything I've said in this review, it's all still there, and in my opinion, a bit better than the first season. It's all there. There is a lot of character depth added into this, and I gotta say, my favorite character, it's always competition between 3. It's always competition between Jack, obviously, Kate, and believe it or not, John Locke. John Locke's backstory is crushing. I mean, crushing. Don't tell me what I can't do. I mean, if you've seen the show, you know what that means. Don't you tell me what I can't do. That actor, man, who is that guy? I need to look at the cast for that. I mean, I know Matthew Fox obviously is Jack, but I need to refresh my memory on the cast. John Locke, forget it, he is my favorite character. As of right now, after Season 2, John Locke is my favorite character of this show. But that's not to knock the other characters, because the other characters are given just as much depth. There are some very, very compelling backstories, and again, I know I'm being very vague right now, but you have to be vague when you review Lost. Point is, if you can't tell, this season really impressed me. I didn't expect it to be better than the first one. I really didn't. Because I watched that and I was like, how could this be better? I don't know. One thing I will say is that the first season was much more creepy. You know, it was much more spooky and like bone chilling. This season is still, there are some very creepy and bone chilling parts that really did send goosebumps down my spine, but since a lot of things have been answered here, it's not that it takes away any of the tension. Like I said, the tension is like even higher in this season. That's in relation to the characters. Essentially, there was something in the first season that was like the main apparent antagonist of the show. It's not really revealed what that was in season 2, but there's more. You just know more about it, if this is making any sense. Basically, the tension isn't relieved, like it's not taken away, it's just focused on something else. There are still white-knuckle moments in every single episode of this season. Nothing was boring also, that's something else I want to say. This season is longer than the first one, and somehow it feels shorter. I don't know how that's possible. Try to work out that logic in your head as much as you want, but it just somehow feels like that, because the pacing and the writing and, like I said, the performance, just everything is so great. It's so great. Like, I like the show, if you can't tell. I may or may not like Lost. Just a little bit. There are a lot more mysteries set up in this season, and many of them aren't answered or resolved by the finale. But that doesn't bother me because, you know, obviously there's a season 3, a season 4, a season 5, and a season 6. So I know I'm going to get my answers later on down the road. And plus, I just like ambiguity. I like implication, because that stuff is, most of the time, much more frightening and chill-inducing than anything a filmmaker can show you. So, I adored that aspect of the show. All in all, season 2 of Lost is somehow, I didn't think it was possible, but it is better than the first season. However, I do not have a grade higher than A+, so even though I think it's better than the first season, I'm still going to give season 2 of Lost an A+. This show is on a roll right now. I cannot wait to start watching season 3. I'm so excited for that, and because just the finale of this season. What could happen from here? I'm so curious to see what's gonna happen with this show. I am completely there. I am on board. This might possibly be my favorite TV show of all time right now. Please don't mess up season 3. Just please be just as good, if not better. It's gotta be great. I hope it'll be great. Please be great. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It really does mean a lot. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep writing, keep shooting, and keep editing.